Good morning. How you guys doing? This is KLA Cloud the Wanderer, and on a lovely day, I'm here with Marie Newmons. She's a NPC Women's Physique Competitor, and she's here to tell her story how she got into fitness. Like, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to talk with me about your road to health and fitness. Yeah, you got like a resume, if I could say, in competing. You started in the 1980s. Like
Yes.
what made you chose bodybuilding?
Well, at a very young age, I was a gymnast, and when I quit, I obviously wasn't going to make it to the Olympics as a gymnast. My parents were very concerned about my habits as being very addicted to the gymnastics. So to keep that lifestyle of a child not going the wrong direction, they wanted me to have something in my life to direct that attention after the gymnastics. So what my stepfather introduced me to weightlifting, and he said that would be a healthy outlet to getting into shape, staying in shape after gymnastics. And so I started back in the 80s and entered some competitions and did pretty good. It wasn't super good, but it was a beginning for bodybuilding. It wasn't the same. They didn't have any fit model. They didn't have bikini. It was just women's bodybuilding, and it was different. But it grew from the 1980s till the time that I started up again in 2016, 17. It changed tremendously. Different classes, different divisions. Um, Bodybuilding became really nice. It was a great thing, and I'm glad I got back into it. Um, I think back in 2016, I had gone the wrong direction. I was doing some provocative modeling, and bodybuilding is something that saved me from that. I think I was going down a very wrong direction, coming from a lot of self-esteem issues, a lot of self-confidence issues. Um, I went down the wrong path, and I think I did some moralistically things that weren't things I'd be proud of today. And I think going into bodybuilding was a way that saved me because I felt like, well, okay, I can still, use my body to do something visually and mentally and health-wise that is more positive than doing an outlet of provocative modeling. So it, in a way, has saved me.
When you say like provocative modeling, is it something like similar to OnlyFans? I mean, it's different kind of some people they do certain things on OnlyFans, but not too much. I mean, I don't know. Like if you want to go to detail about it, you don't have to. I was just kind of curious when you said provocative.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend at the time that broke up with me, and my self-esteem was pretty much in the bucket. And I had somebody online, social media, say, "Oh, um, we're going to have a photo shoot, and we think you'd be really good." So I went to the photo shoot, and after that relationship broke up, I was really heavy and fat and didn't really look very good. I was getting middle-aged, and it was like around 50 and 50 years old. And I thought, okay, I'll do it, why not? And I felt really awkward at the shoot. I felt old. I felt out of shape. I felt very unpretty. And again, self-esteem issues from, my past growing up. And all of that combined, I think having Satan whisper those, "Oh, it's just a little of that. It's just a little of that. It's not a problem. It's okay. You'll be pretty. You'll be like them." And I think a lot of women go through what I went through. And it's bad because I then went into working out and dieting I want to be the best model I can be. And I really had all of the right intentions as far as modeling and doing, modeling in the right way, in a sophisticated, classy way. And some of my work was good. Um, but then I kind of got messed up and went the wrong direction. And people were like, "Oh, well, if you just show a little of this, show a little bit of that, a little bit of top, a little bit of booby, a little bit of tush." And then one thing led to another, and before you know it, all those lies Satan tells you, "Oh, it's just a little bit of boob. Who cares? God made your body for you. You can do it." Yeah, and you believe these lies, and you don't realize, that you shouldn't be doing that. So I did that for a few years, and then I saw bodybuilding, and I knew that I still wasn't physically where I should be. I really still felt very unpretty, fat, and I thought, well, I'm going to go into bodybuilding. I'm going to get in shape. I didn't necessarily at the time want muscles. I didn't want to be big and, massive. I wanted to be pretty. I wanted to lose weight, get firm, have a nice stomach, look pretty in the pictures, and even though I had aging going against me too, but I thought that would help. Well, then I entered competition, and I thought, oh, this is competition, and bodybuilding is a respectable sport. It's not like modeling where you're getting, criticized every time you turn around because you did this provocative shoot. And I thought, I want to do something that's more, acceptable and not so provocative. And I thought, oh, bodybuilding is going to be it. So then I start turning my direction more towards that. And then I went back to church and I got rebaptized. And the Lord spoke to me, and He's like, look, you went away like the prodigal son, and you went and did bad things in modeling. You showed your body, and now you're coming back. And my faith was renewed. And the second time I got baptized, I really felt like the Holy Spirit entered. And He's convicted me this whole time. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still fight demons. And I think now is great because I can have this outlet of bodybuilding that's respectable. And this time, I don't care that I'm pretty. Who cares? I'm not worried about being pretty. I want to have muscle. I want to be in shape. And I want to use my body this time to not only show women that you can use your body no matter how big your boobs are, no matter what you look like, and you can use it to honor God and respect it for a respectable sport instead of where I was. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I understand. I mean, like while you sharing it, it kind of reflecting on, there's this women bodybuilders. I know that they have like OnlyFans and they do stuff. You know, they do. I would say provocative stuff. A bit from what you were saying, but they make videos and stuff like that, and some of them they do enjoy doing it, and but some of them it's very complicated with the female bodybuilders. They're fetishized, and it's it, it's
Oh,
it's a lot with them. So but it's kind of very interesting when you say like you step aside bodybuilding and you did provocative pictures and you didn't really feel good about yourself. How do you feel like on society, the outlook of society, where a lot of women they do like OnlyFans or other stuff like that, or porn, and in your opinion?
I did not have an OnlyFans account. I really did a lot of magazine covers, a lot of magazines, mostly gentlemen's magazines. I can't even think of some of the names I did. It's been so long. And OnlyFans was just coming on board when I decided to say no. Um, I did have a lot of fun at the modeling, and there were some shoots that I did that were absolutely nothing to do with sexual innuendos or anything showing. And I think those were nice, evening gowns. I even did like a Halloween shoot with a whole costume on, um, uh, all kinds of different shoots that were fun. And I had some great photographers that I speak very highly of today. And I don't dismiss modeling totally. I still think I would do a fitness shoot, but I have to be careful because I know the road that I went down, and I'm wanting to honor God, and I don't want to go that direction because I think that really was not moralistically where I want to be. It's not good for
Yeah.
women, I don't think, because women are worth so much more than just what they have to offer physically. And I just wish that the society would stress some of that. And it's kind of both men and women's faults. Because you've got men over here, you've got men that like you for your body and how you expose it. And, maybe you're doing something cute and they're just like, and they put 100 likes on there, 1,000 likes. And then, the model goes, oh, look, I'm so loved. They love it. This is what they want. Even women put likes on there. Oh, yeah, you're so beautiful, and this, and that. But at the end of the day, they, on the other side of the coin, where their buddies are going, huh, look at this slut. Look at this girl. She's showing everything she owns. She's doing this. She's doing that. And if, in the big scheme of things, no one really thinks that it's moralistically right. And you're not, your reputation really isn't good, and it doesn't get good by doing that. A respectable photo shoot, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, we have women like Miss Olympia or those women, and they do photo shoots, and it's professional, and it's classy. We look at that, and us women are like, yeah, I want to look like that, or I want to be like that. But to be an OnlyFans model, it's not respectable. We don't speak highly of them, and I just felt like I didn't want to be that, and
Yeah.
I
I
ruined my
understand.
reputation.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's some bodybuilders that on OnlyFans. I mean, they don't, like they'll pose and stuff. They'll do, some of them are nude a bit, but it's not, some pictures that some bodybuilders I've seen, it may not be too bad, but it's, I don't know.
Oh
It
yeah,
could, because some of them they flex, and they have a lot of followers and stuff. So like you said, it, it's it's the males and it's the women's fault too. They contribute to it. So you know,
yep. And the women are
yeah,
doing it, and women they choose to do it for the attention. Um, but I understand why they're doing it for the attention, in the sense that there's a lot of I think self-esteem issues with women, and I think that a lot of women are abused. I know I was sexually abused as a child, and that stemmed right into where led me right into where I went. Self-esteem issues. I felt like, well, gosh, that's all I'm worth. My body is all I'm worth. I mean, that's the only thing people pay attention to. It's the only thing my grandfather wanted to touch or whatever, and it seems that that was the only thing that was important. And it's sad that I think there's more women out there that have been abused, and it hits your self-esteem and who you are. You feel like you're not worth nothing. You have nothing else to offer but your body, and that's just it's not true. It's just not true.
yeah. I mean, I have talked to some women, and they told me that they did it because they needed to, it was a financial opportunity,
Oh yeah,
but
I think that too.
you said that too.
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
mean,
think
yeah,
that.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah.
And
I
it was.
mean, yeah. I mean, I can't. I don't want to judge too much because there be times I indulge. It don't be OnlyFans. It be other things. You know, there's time things I do indulge in myself, and there's moments where I just have to fall back. You know, because you looking at you watching your phone on Instagram and you're seeing all these women. They don't even have to be bodybuilders. You know, some of them they just like twerking and you
Right.
know BBL women, and I mean it's a lot. And then yeah, and then there's just something in you like I'm getting tired of this. And I've heard some men say that, you know, they it's like the algorithm too. Like the more you indulge in it, you don't even have to like it. As soon as as soon as you watching it, you know, you're gonna get a tons of
Advertisements. Hmm.
advertisements like yeah of women flexing or shaking they rump and yeah so yeah it's a lot. It's a lot. I think you know some of this was planned like decades ago. You know they just now because of social media all this stuff it's there, you know. So but that's good that you know you found you know your spirituality, you know, separated. It's good that you found your spiritual your faith in God. So yeah, I applaud you with that. So yeah,
Well,
but
I
like
feel. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I feel like the Holy Spirit convicted me, and I listened, and finally listened. And when I finally listened, He took over, and the transformation that God made in my mind about what I was doing and what I thought and how I thought about it is how He changed me. He made me realize that you've got a lot more to offer this world than just physical sexuality looking. And that's what I hope a lot of other women realize that do get caught up in very provocative modeling, because and maybe they will find God, and maybe they will be transformed and realize that we have a lot to offer as far as our mental, our compassion. Um, we have lots of talents, and we're artists. We're smart, and we can do so many things, not just throw our boobs around, you know. So I hope that for other women, I really do.
How do you see in the future, like 20 years from now? You see it gets worse or get better?
I see it getting worse. I think that the system is designed. I mean, we fight a spiritual battle, uh, powers of darkness and principalities, and we fight that. And whether you're Christian or not, it's there. It doesn't matter. Um, and those spirits, this spirit this earth is Satan's world, and he's designed it so that he can tempt us and he can tempt men. And I think sexuality and perversion and all of that is the strongest sinful temptation for a man. And for women, we want to be beautiful and we want to be sexy. And I think both of those are very high temptations for both sexes. And unfortunately, Satan's doing a very good job. But he's more powerful if we just listen. If we just listen to him.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to kind of switch it a little bit with the bodybuilding just for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You said that you stopped and then how was your reaction with the fit model and you know when you went to other divisions when you started to learn about other divisions because when you was competing it was just bodybuilding like did you have
In
any
the 80s.
people that you looked at role models and stuff or inspirations like a Rachel McLish or like did like for you
I
like
thought
how was No, I was gonna ask like for you how was then compared to now? That's the simple question. I'm sorry if I kind of this went all just kept ranting, but that's what I want to ask you.
Ah, okay. So in the '80s, I think Corey Everson, I really admired her, but I didn't really have a role model when I got back into it. I just wanted to get in better shape initially, but I did run with a group of people in Orlando that helped, and I don't know if I really want to tell all the names, but there's a wonderful
No, you
group of
don't have
sisters,
to. You don't have to.
and they were very inspirational in getting me started, helping me. And when I went to the first, I started out going to a posing seminar, and when I went to the first one, they just had bikini. They didn't have fit model yet. In the bikini division, I thought, well, maybe that's the division I should be in. I wasn't super muscular. And then I was like, no. And then the person I was working with said, no. You need to go over to figure or physique or one of those. And I thought, well, maybe figure because I'm probably not, definitely not big enough for physique. But I also didn't quite get the the way to walk in the bikini, the way they move, and they're just they're just so graceful in the way I couldn't get it. And so then they stuck me in figure, and I felt, okay, yeah, this is much more simple coming from a gymnastics background. I was also in ballet, but I thought, well, I've got the power, and I thought, well, this is better. I like this better. So I did well in figure. I always took first in all my competitions in the NPC for 2017, 18, and 19. 3 years there in all of them. Now physique, I did also do that at the same time. Now, whenever I entered physique, I didn't quite have the size. I wasn't on the drugs, um, and I did compete against some women that were pretty heavy duty into the drugs, and they always beat me over the muscle size. So now coming back this time, I've been working out, for a year and a half, pushing it heavier than I've ever pushed it. I'm stronger now in 2025 and 26 than in 2019. Uh, that's the physique. And it was a good start. And the women back then in physique were not as big as they are now. So I guess we'll see how it goes the second time that I get into it. But I do have a lot more lats, a lot more size. I did have the breast implants removed. The pictures you showed show the breast implants. I have a different physique, and you can actually see it's more. I think it's more fit. It's more muscular. So going into physique this time, maybe I will place a lot better because I always took second or third in physique. So we'll see.
Did you did you ever thought about doing like natural shows? Because you said that you was competing against women that were enhanced. Maybe you probably, I don't know, maybe you have an opportunity doing natural shows like
Um,
OCB or I don't know NPC show natural shows.
OCB. I would
Yeah.
love to do natural shows because I feel like I'm natural, but I'm not natural. Um, I mean, I am on HRT. Being a 60-year-old woman, I've had hormonal problems. Estrogen has gone really low. I've had to take estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. But I took it because my levels were low, and I just basically wanted to be normal levels. Now, I will say in the last 6 months, my levels for test are getting pretty high. So I did back off the last 3 weeks on my testosterone shots because the level is getting high, and I get a little bit of hair here, and just slightly, but and I don't want to be like over enhanced. I don't want to be manly. I still want to be a woman. So, but I do want to keep taking it because I think it does help. It helps me feel better. I feel healthier, and there's a lot of health benefits to the HRT. So I still want to keep taking it for now. So that means I can't enter the natural shows.
The natural, yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah. Like, looking at your physique, it's not bad. As long as you don't get too, manly built. Yeah, I know. Probably, would you want to get more size or?
I think I'm done with the size. I
Oh,
do
okay.
believe that my weaknesses, my glutes and my hamstrings, um, I've been working real hard at growing them. I don't have a real big glutes, and I don't know why because I do everything. I work them like crazy. I don't understand why they're not growing like everything else. But again, we'll see once I diet down here shortly how the glutes come out this year. Once I get some of that fat to come off, we'll see if the glutes are going to be big enough because that seems to be the focus, especially for NPC over any of the other organizations. NPC really focuses on your back end. They're really big on the glutes, so that's got to be superb. And I'd step on stage now if it wasn't for my glutes.
Right.
Can't get them in
Did you
shape.
ever had like the opportunity to go to nationals?
I was I was sponsored, and I did not. I was all paid for, and I did not go. At the time in 2019, I ran into some financial issues, and the modeling wasn't paying, so I had to get a new job, and it's a corporate position, and I was working 10, 12 hours a day. I had a good, very good corporate position. I was good at my job. I was a cabinet estimator. I estimated the cost of cabinetry for major builders, not just homes, but like big building, um, big planned out building communities. That's the word, communities. So, but I retired when I got married, and so now I'm back to where I live.
Okay. We got a guest here, All the Rage, George Page. Good morning, George. And he has some comments. Um, yeah, the women are getting massive in women's physique. The figure competitors are getting just as big. George, he does content in women's bodybuilding. He interviews women bodybuilders, and also he also says also at postmenstrual age, PEDS and HRTS helps in gaining muscle. So yeah.
It does. The fit model division, a lot of people say that NPC created it as a moneymaker. And while that may be true in some cases, I agree. However, it does enable some women to go ahead and get stage experience. So I do like that. And it does seem like they keep creating these divisions to keep women from blowing up really big. Because
Yeah.
like the commenter said, the figure competitors are getting, they're now as big as physique. And when I was in physique, it's like the figure competitors are that big now. And they just keep getting bigger, and they keep getting bigger. Even bikini and wellness. I mean, look at wellness. The one that just won. I mean, she's got glutes that are just built like a machine. They're just big. And so, yeah, I see that the size is getting crazy.
But the funny part is he's not crazy about fit model. And other people too. They people, a lot of people, they're not crazy about it since
No.
it appeared. But I kind of understood it because like you said, they don't want people, society may not really appreciate women's big and massive, and it could be like a turn on, and for a lot of people. But there's some people, they really appreciate the massiveness of these women. But people like if I was going on a date with somebody, somebody huge like that, people would be looking like, you see all these looks. I mean, I've experienced a little bit, like even just like me drawing pictures of women bodybuilders, and people would just give you these looks like you got three heads. So, I mean, where I'm going with it, that I see the reason why they would have a fit model. It's not perfect, but because they just want something presentable, for people to kind of pay attention to. I don't know where that fit model stuff is going to go, but I've seen some of the pictures of the fit model competitors, and they don't look too bad. I went to a show, Mr. Universe, during the summer, and they had fit model, wellness and bikini, and it was okay. It wasn't like exciting, but there was like people in the back of me, and they just really couldn't understand. There's one woman, she was like, how could I train them? How am I supposed to train these women? Like it don't make sense. But it's just that society, they really don't want to see, a bulky, huge, brolic woman, like even in movies, one of the thing that comes to my mind is Star Trek. Like they have all these masculine women in space, but you don't see any muscular women there. So it kind of tells you, society don't really accept it, too much. So
Well, I think that in some ways, when I see fit modeling, I kind of think, okay, what did you do? Put a bikini on and just diet and get on stage? What work did you really put in? Because I know I'm there in the gym every day, 3 hours a day,
yeah,
and it's kind of like insulting in a way that they go up there and they didn't really work for any muscle. But it is an introduction to get the public in. So I do kind of see it in the sense that it helps them with stage presence and all of that. So it's good. And then when I talk about PEDS as far as HRT, um, it does, even though I'm on a super low dose. I mean, I'm on like this I mean low. I think it's like a 50. Um, Usually, people that are into steroids or testosterone, they they get 200 ml bottles. Mine is 50. It's so low, and I only take this just a tiny bit. But even that little bit will help you. Will does help you to grow. So there
yeah.
is that.
I wouldn't know. I never, I never took those. So, so you gotta excuse me. Well, I mean, we can show like some clips of you working out. Yeah, you. So you're would you say you're a nutritionist?
Oh yes, I did go and get
Mm,
certified as a personal
okay,
trainer, uh, strength and conditioning, and nutrition and bodybuilding. So
okay,
I
and you're
trained.
working on these poses.
I did. I was a personal trainer in the gym for a little bit, and then I did some on the side. But currently, I'm not training anyone. I'm just trying to get back to where I was in the bodybuilding arena.
Yeah. What was like when you came back? What was it like preparing for your show?
When my husband granted me the gift of being able to retire, I hit the gym and I hit it hard. And I lost
Mm,
32, 33 pounds. I was quite large coming out of the corporate world. And then after I lost the weight, I had some loose skin that I started to fight. I did go on a peptide, the only other thing I'm on, and it's GHK-CU to help with the skin looseness, especially around the glutes. Um, I think that's helping a little bit, but other than that, that's pretty much all I'm on.
okay,
Lots of
yeah.
supplements, you know.
Yeah. You look like you don't take that much. I mean, supplements. I mean, just looking at you, you know. So yeah, like what's your training like when you work out? Like how
I
often? I mean, like how long do you train? I mean, I'm sorry.
how many days? Six
Yeah,
or
how
seven
many
days a week.
days, hours? Yeah, days and hours.
And I usually do the older methods. I'm not really into what everyone's into right now. I do the basic split, body split of chest and tries, back and thighs, legs and shoulders. I stick shoulders in usually on back day. I'll stick some shoulders and I work abs every day. Um, Abs was always the worst part for me, so I worked them like crazy this time, and now it's the first thing that seems to have come back. So that's kind of strange for me. My body's definitely different at 60. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you look good at 60. You don't, you don't really look 60. Wow, that's good. So you're gonna do what the masters, right? The
yes.
masters. Okay. All right. So he asked this question. This is a good question. Is there any bodybuilders she feels is the best examples in bodybuilding?
Um, I've never been the type of person to look at one person because I try to create my own image and all of that. I do have, what's her name, Natalia. I knew her very well, and I thought that she was amazing. I believe she
Which
was an
Natalia?
Olympian. Yes, I thought she was
No.
amazing.
Oh, Natalia Coelho.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Because it's a bunch of Natalias. And the
Oh,
people
yeah.
may not know who you. Yeah.
That's true.
Uh, yeah. But she has a nice physique in women's physique. Yeah, I really like her
She's
physique.
amazing.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I know people not really too happy about her because she competes a lot, and yeah, she compete a lot of shows, and people not really happy with her like that. So you know,
Well, I guess
but
there's controversy in her injecting something. I'm not sure what it's called now, but I guess it gives you a fake muscle. That's what they're supposedly saying. I don't know.
no, I didn't
I
know
don't really
that.
know
I
about
didn't
that.
know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one. Uh, Maybe he might know. Because but I know she got into feuds with Sarah Vegas, and it's like some type of rivalry, and
Oh,
that's as much as I know about it.
oh,
Yeah, man. I think either Sarah Vegas was condemning her about something that she was doing or something like that. But I didn't really kind of paid attention to it because it's like whatever. I mean, because I mean, you know, I look at bodybuilding as a lifestyle than a sport. Really tell you the truth, because it's I don't know. It just because the way even when you were saying it, like you really don't have too much of an inspiration like that. Like it's just different. It's not like like basketball where you'll have somebody that you want to emulate a bit. You're not going to be like them, but you're just motivated to kind of like to get better in your game. Than when bodybuilding, you're more of the focus. So it's just different to me, and it's like the more I've spoken to bodybuilders and may go to these shows, try to understand, and
oh yeah.
that's all.
Well, I think
Like
also that back in 2019 or 18, 19, I did the competitions and I did everything just to get to the stage. It wasn't healthy and it ruined my metabolism. I did a lot of things drastic and just crazy as far as the diets and diuretics and all of that. This time around, I'm taking my time and I'm shredding down slowly. It took me a long time, but I want to do it healthy. I want to do it safely, and I want it to be a lifestyle. I don't want it to be a one-time thing of just the sport and just get up there and get a trophy and then get all fat. I want to be able to live the life of a bodybuilder and look at all the time. I don't want to just have these off seasons where you just get, and out of shape. I mean, isn't that the whole point of training? Is to look good and feel good and be healthy, have a heart health, be flexible and live life when you're old, right?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, yeah, I understand. Yeah. I mean,
It
I
just used to
do, I
show.
try to exercise and stuff. Yeah, I'm not much of a bodybuilder. I just, do meditation and, you know, yeah, I work out a little bit, not like a bodybuilder. So yeah. Like, do you have like did you ever had like clients of like trying to lose weight or anything like that?
Yes, I've had a couple of
Um,
clients that I've worked with as far as most women come to me, they just want to lose weight. They're really not into muscle. But the one thing that they need to understand is if they build a little bit of muscle, at least build some, that is going to increase your metabolism. And the same thing with men. I mean, men mostly just want to come and get big, like my husband. He's always telling me, I don't care about cutting down, I just want to be big and massive. Okay, but if you take a little bit of the fat off, you're going to see the muscle. So it's trying to
yeah.
talk him into that.
Yeah. How does he feel about you competing and you know um bodybuilding,
I'm,
like, in general?
I'm I think I'm lucky. I picked a man, finally found one, and I picked one that likes bigger, muscular women. He's not into
Yeah.
the little skinny. He likes the big legs and the big lats and back, and he wants a woman, and he loves the look of muscles. So he's very encouraging, and he likes that. So I'm very
Yeah,
lucky.
I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I mean, you're a good looking woman, you have muscles and stuff. I ain't gonna go too detailed, but I kind of understand your husband, your preference and stuff. Um, yeah, I'm more of a fan of Andrea Shaw. Yeah, we know. And he says Sarah is running her mouth just sour grapes. So yeah. And you do like and you ride motorcycles. I know you have like Harley Davidsons.
Oh yes, I live in Orlando, Orlando, Florida,
Yeah.
and there's a big biking community here that goes to Daytona and with Bike Week and all that. So I've been in Harley Davidsons for 10, 15 years. It's just a hobby. Just like to ride.
Yeah. I don't know if I would ever ride a motorcycle. I mean, I rode a car, like I got my driver's license. That's how far I got. I don't have a car, but just I remember just me behind the wheel. I was kind of freaking out a bit. Then, I had a good like auto instructor. So yeah. But like
You should
just
try
trying
a
to like,
motorcycle.
nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Nah. In New York City, oh my God,
Oh,
yeah. It's a bit chaotic here. So,
oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's
You
true.
ever been? You ever been to New York?
I have. Um,
No.
where did I go? Was Chinatown and Manhattan. Went to Manhattan with my ex-husband. Yeah, I've been there,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but
That's
years ago.
cool.
Years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chinatown. It's yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Chinatown is all right. You know, Times Square, it's mostly it's a lot. You know, yeah, I mean, it's nice at the same time, but it's really chaotic. It's a lot of people that because people work there a lot, and yeah. So yeah, I
I
used to
think it's
work in
different.
Manhattan. I'm in Brooklyn. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
different
yeah. I
now
never
than when
been
I
to
was there.
Orlando. Yeah,
Oh,
you've ever been to like Disney World?
oh, yes, yes. Um, but when you
Uh,
live here, you don't really go much.
okay.
It's weird how that works.
It's good to find a man who loves a woman for who you're than what he wants. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of a lot of guys, they like muscular women, but they don't really in my opinion, they're ashamed of it a bit. They don't put it out there a lot, you know. Yeah, that's
Well, you
how
know,
that is.
I will say this, that when people look at social media and they see these women bodybuilders like Natalia and some of the other ones, what's the I can't remember her name, Rain
Andrea
or
Shaw.
something. Uh, I can't remember their names.
They
They're
don't
they
worry.
look
Don't worry about the names. You don't got to get the names. I struggle
they
with the names too. Don't worry about it.
they look big and they look massive. But if you actually meet them in person, they are like tiny. Like I weigh 130 pounds, and you look at me in some pictures, I look maybe 160, where I'm smaller than I probably look. And a lot of your professionals are the same way. Once they diet down, well, they look tiny, but it's a perception. So the muscles pop, so it just looks like you're huge, but you're really in person you're not. It's really funny
Yeah.
that way for the women. Men are, I know, it's a whole different ball game.
I mean,
They're
some
just
of them they
big.
do look a bit muscular. I mean, but when you hugging them, they feel like women. Like that you feel the femininity. It's they don't look too hard or anything like that. I mean, they got hardness, but there is some softness there too. So yeah, I think when people see them, it's like it's like looking like a three-headed dragon or something like that. So, I've experienced that a little bit. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I know. So far, you did like 6 or 7 competitions. You ever had like a best show that you really like can look back and like, wow, I like my performance in this show.
Um, well, there was one I
I
did
didn't know it
down in
was a tricky
Miami.
question.
There was one in
Huh?
Miami, the
Oh, okay.
competition down in Miami that I did. I think it was Royal Royal Classic or Royal Palm Classic. I did an overall. I took overall in my division for that one, and I did like my performance in that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Florida State. Yeah. Deke Warner's.
I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted. I didn't mean that. Yeah. Let me. You said Florida, right? Miami. You was you enjoyed your show. Yeah. He said
Yeah.
there is a difference between stage ready and off season condition. Yeah.
There is. Yes, there is. Yep. We just eat a little bit more carbs, etc., and then you do get a little bit smoother, like I am right now. You look a little bit smoother, and then when you get stage ready, you see more veins and you get more, you know, defined, and your skin gets thinner. So that's when
Yeah.
you're stage ready.
I know somebody was talking about a bulk like they they was talking about the difference between the bulk and conditioning and stuff and like they was eating a lot they're not really too crazy about the bulk, but they like the conditioning a bit. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we would all love to be stage ready all the time, but it's just not realistic. It's also not healthy. It is
right.
healthy to have a little bit of fat on you, but it's these competitors are going 10, 20, 30 pounds off season, and I think you should stay within that 10-pound range. So you shouldn't just like blow up as soon as you get off stage. And you can build and cut at the same time. And that's a conception that a lot of people don't think you can do. I've built a ton of muscle in the last year and lost 32 pounds. So you can do it. It's tougher. But you just got to
Okay.
know how to
Well,
balance all of that.
man, I could show some more clips of you working out. Yeah, for you, is posing really tough for you?
Um, Physique, no, but figure and I guess I've turned into such a tomboy or such a gym rat that high heels and trying to be, you know, feminine and graceful. Even though I had ballet growing up, it's still been very difficult to be more graceful. Trying to be very strong. The combination is it's tough. So figure is a little struggle with me right now. And coming on stage, I need to learn stage presence a little bit better before my next show. I want to be able to be a little more graceful, more ladylike, um, because I still want to be very feminine in the sport.
Oh, I thought you wanted to. I thought you was focusing on women's physique. So you're focusing on figure.
Actually, both. I'm going to do both
Oh,
divisions.
both. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So you what's the term they wanna so I forgot the term of it, but it's you want to compete in both divisions. I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I get. Yeah,
The
yeah,
masters figure and masters physique.
yeah. I mean, you want to get an opportunity of trying to get a pro card in either one.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, yeah. I hope you do get your pro card. Because I know it's not easy for some people to get that stuff. I mean, it takes people 30 years and 20 and I don't know. I mean, like me being a bodybuilder, I don't think I would, want to focus to. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would take it far. Like because I'm not that person that just want to constantly do something that I can't get achieve. Not to be pessimistic. I'm just saying, not everybody's able to do that. But I know that you wasn't always competing like that, and so yeah, I hope you do get it. That's all I could say.
I want to
Like
get it because I think it would be good to have the. I'm certified as a trainer, and then once I can get a pro card, I can be a pro. I want to help other women, and I'm hoping to have an impression on them to do it the right way, spiritually or the right way for the right reasons. I want to encourage the women that I train in the future to do the right things in training as well, healthy. I've done it wrong, I've done it right, and I want them to do it the right way. So if I can help other people, or, and women specifically, I hope to help women because I think I'm a woman, I know what I went through and what our experiences are, everybody's experiences with things we give back to the community. And I'm at a place in my life now where I'm retired. I want to give back. I'm at that age. It's time to give back.
being like when you say you just say regular women or women bodybuilders
Yeah.
or in general or just
I think I could have an effect on all women. Any
okay.
women that want to be fit, they want to be fit. I can direct them in a healthy way, not in the unhealthy ways.
Like during your time competing, have you made friends or people you contact like that you was competing against, or
Oh
just
yes, I
I
have.
don't know, social media? Huh?
I do have several competitors
Um,
that I competed with. Some beat me, some didn't, and we're still friends. Yeah.
okay, okay. You got would you do North Americans if you can't get your pro card at the Masters Nationals?
What I do? What's the question?
I'll highlight it. I'll highlight it again. Can you see this?
I cannot.
Would you do North Americans if you can't get your pro card at the Masters Nationals? That's what he asking you.
Is that a
Yeah,
type
North
of?
Americans is a show. It's a show. He knows it a little bit more than I do, but it's a show where some competitors they're able to get the opportunity to get their pro card. There's yeah. Maybe
Oh
you could
yeah.
keep in touch with him or something, and he'll tell you. You know,
I'd like to learn
yeah,
about that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, George, if you wanna get in touch with her, it's up to you. But yeah, so
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah. Like when you gymnastics, like how far did you do in gymnastics? Gymnastics, like did you able to vote or you did a backflip or what was that like
Oh,
for you?
gymnastics was the first sport that I competed, and I was super serious about it, and I was very good. I was class one elite level, so I did double back twist, um, full twist on vault. Uh, I did excellent. I was really a good gymnast. But you get to a certain age, and if you don't make it to the Olympics, well, where do you go? What do you do?
Mm, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would see like over the years, I've seen the gymnastics like the Olympics. Yeah, I, one that sticks out to me is Dominique Dawes because this was like in the '90s. Yeah, yeah, she was more of a
Excellent.
impact. Yeah, yeah. I
She was
remember
great.
this other, huh?
She was great.
Yeah, yeah, she was great. Yeah, yeah. There's another one. What Nadia Comaneci. I forgot
Yes,
that's when I was like a little kid. I was a kid. It always stuck to her name always stuck in my brain and stuff because they was always talking about her. I think they made a movie about her and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, you don't really hear too much about the
yes.
men. I think the women are more. That's like the only sport I would say that in tennis, I think the women shine more for some reason,
That is
in my
true.
opinion.
Yes,
Yeah. So yeah. Do
that's
you do
true.
you do you watch it now with I know Simone Biles, I know she's getting a bit old now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Yeah. Nadia, she was
It-
somebody. I had a poster of her hanging up when I was a little girl. I always admired her.
yeah. Yeah. I just seen her like I just seen like clips of some of the gymnasts, but I never like I was on and off with just watching gymnastics. So, how long did it take you to do a backflip? Like you ever did a backflip?
I'd say a couple years. I mean, I did this before the age of 15, so it was a long time ago, and I went off to training camps in Pennsylvania, and I would go for months on end and stay with other gymnasts from around the world, and we would train with pro coaches, and they would do a lot of the tricks or flips into foam pits until you could get it, and then you would try it on the floor, etc. So there's lots of training
Okay.
techniques.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think it's like the same as bodybuilding with the developing of the muscles, in your opinion?
It's not the same. Even though I did
No.
use a lot of gymnastics in my routine for bodybuilding, I did a lot of handstands and splits, and it seemed to really be a crowd pleaser. And I did get a best posing trophy for in 2019 in one of Deke Warner's shows.
No.
So
What do you think? What do you think about the fitness division? Like with the routines that they do. Do you pay attention to the fitness division?
I'll tell you, if I was younger, I would probably enter that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I haven't really been involved in too much of that. But I really like it. I think
yeah,
it's cool.
yeah, yeah. I was watching like this recent one the Arnold in the UK. Some of the competitors was like, wow. So, it was this one competitor I liked, but she is lady one and yeah. But yeah, but it's I would say, it's more of a division that, people could it could in the Olympics. I don't know. But that's me.
Yeah, that division's very talented. I just very impressive. The level of conditioning that they're in and the tricks that they're performing on stage. I mean, gymnastics has mats, and these fitness competitors that are doing those, I mean, they're not using mats on the stage. It's just
Yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah. It's really cool. Yeah, that division that came out in 90 94 around that time. I don't know. Were you still competing? You
No.
because you was on and off? No. Okay. Like what like that's a long duration. Like yeah, you competed in the 80s and then but you came back what 2018?
Yep.
Wow.
20,
That's a long
2017.
time.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah, that's a long time. Yeah. So your husband more like inspired you to want to go to want to compete?
No, he didn't. Um,
No, okay.
I didn't meet him until 2019. It was around 2019. We knew each other, but we
Oh,
didn't actually get married until a couple years ago.
okay. All right. Did you say what inspired you to come back or you know I don't know if you
Yeah,
did.
I wanted to get away from modeling and I wanted to have a more respectable sport.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah, you said that. I'm sorry. Sometimes
Yeah.
I got yeah. I forgive me. I ain't mean to forget. I just, just yeah. But it's a long time. It's good that you coming back and yeah. So um, I remember Mary Lou Retton and Cindy Phillips from back in the day. Yeah, Mary Lou Retton. Yeah, she was another big name.
Big
That
name,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh, yes,
fitness is
Mary Lou
one of the
Retton.
toughest women's division. So yeah. Well, I don't want to take you hostage or nothing, but I really appreciate you sharing your fitness journey. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I like what like how's your prep going for preparing for your show within 6 months?
Yeah, I'm hoping to do a show in August, and
Okay.
I'm probably 20 some weeks out. So I'm going to start a cut diet. I am concerned because it took me, being 60 years old, it's different. My body's reacting different. It's not the same game as in my early 50s.
Mm,
So I don't know how long it's going to take the glutes and the hamstrings to come in. There's still some cellulite back there I got to get off, and I'm thinking that with the cut diet, it's all about the diet. I'm hoping that that's going to take care of it. That's my main concern. And the arms just seem to be lagging. So there's some areas I still need to work on that I need to come through before the show. I really wish that I had a coach. Um, it's hard for me because I know what to do, and I'm a coach myself. But every competitor has a coach, no matter if you're a coach or not. It doesn't matter. Everybody has a coach, and I would love to have one. I just haven't, just don't know who to pick. I don't know who I would want. So I keep just going through prepping myself, um, hoping that'll be enough for now. But if I want to get the pro card, I may have to get me a coach.
Yeah. You don't have any friends that that can recommend you to a coach? I guess not. Apparently not.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go to a posing seminar in a couple weeks, and I'm going to
Okay.
be seeing all the people that I knew back in the 2017, 2019. Hopefully, I reconnect with all of my friends in the industry, and hopefully, I can get some help. Go that way. But I do think I
Okay.
need a little help this time because the game's different. It's just the body's different, uh, different problems.
Yeah.
So we'll see. And posing is different. I noticed the posing is just gotten incredible in this sport. All the girls are phenomenal at their moves. Back in 2017, it just wasn't as refined then as it is now in 2025, 26. So I think that I'm really going to have to push it up a notch on the posing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the toughest part in bodybuilding. If you're posing, it's not right, it's it's it why you on stage. That's the simple way of me saying it. It's essential to have a good posing. If it doesn't matter if you have muscles or anything like that, if you're not a good poser, it's not
It's
you don't need
everything.
to be on stage. Yeah, it's everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
you
he
work that
says, well, I
hard,
hope,
and you work that hard on your
huh?
body, and then you can't show it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he says, well, I hope everything goes well with your prep.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. I hope you find a coach that I'm gonna ask a stupid question. Did you had other coaches when you was competing?
Before I had a judge actually give me some food plans, but
No.
essentially no, I had no coach. I had no one. I've never worked with a coach. I've always self-prepped my all my competitions.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep.
He says I could recommend two good posing coaches in Florida. Google Sharonica Henton and Janine Laukowski. Yeah, he's
Oh, I
friendly with
know those names.
yeah. Yeah, I could connect you to him. He's friendly with a lot of bodybuilders and stuff. So yeah.
Okay.
So all right. So
Okay,
I'm gonna end
definitely.
the thing, and I really appreciate you sharing with me about your journey and your spiritual faith, and hope you get your pro card, somewhere down the line, if not, soon or somewhere down the line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
No problem. All right.
I appreciate it, and I thank you for having me.
No, that's not a problem. If you want to talk again, I'm all ears. Yeah, it's nice talking with you.
You as well.
Thank you.